is going to be focusing.
Yeah, keep going, Dustin.
Okay. Okay. I was saying that last week we indicated that today the discussion is going to be focused for that is that he becomes extremely critical, in the destruction okay.
Mm. Hey, we seem to be having technical issues today. I'm just trying to communicate with the team on the other side, guys.
Can she?
I see people are already in the
Yes.
building.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. We are listening. Yes.
Okay. I was saying last week we agreed that today the focus is going to be on PW water, and and try and demonstrate how strategy ultimately would lead to the level of violence in the 10 years. And I want to make it an earlier period as well, because since I don't think understand what PW Botha's mission would have been, unless we understand in particular, the Afrikaner were in, and not only in the metropolis, of South Africa, such as in Port Elizabeth and East London, or in Johannesburg and Pretoria, but across the country, because of the 1970s and particularly culminating in 1976, perhaps since Sharpeville, if you think about it. Now, over the past weeks, I've been trying to demonstrate that there were moments, in the 1976 out there had always been, since 1948, a shift in white society towards support for the Nationalist Party. And this became particularly, and this is a theme that we hardly ever actually reflect on. But if we do, we will that the black radical tradition was at the center, of the heightened kind of fear, of the was, at its summit, was at its peak. And white society, as I said, reason that when the Nationalist Party went into its elective conference in 19 assure them of some kind of security, someone who would be able to deal with the Nationalist Party. And that is how he would come to become the prime minister. Remember, at the time, so the state president was a nominal kind of figure, but the government of the day was actually run by strategy. And that aspect is the violent aspect of it. Remembered at all times would be the counter-insurgency, and that is how they characterize, that those particular units. They were counter-insurgency units. But the other aspect that is hardly ever dealt with, and yet would have been the most effective, in dealing with the black radical tradition following Black Wednesday, because what we are looking at, is a cumulative component. It was not the only kind of mechanism that P.W. Botha would have used, to deal of the 1970s. The other, mechanism at his disposal is what we referred to at the time as the win hearts and minds approach. And we, shortened it as WHAM, win hearts and minds approach. Now, this is something that was actually conceived in the US by the United States security agencies, deciding that, wherever they wanted to exert their influence, they actually be, sort of incorporated into an oppressive system in ways that they would not recognize it. Now, part of total strategy was precisely that. But I often sum it up as a kind of an institutional reimagining, way that the other esoteric, but this transformed the public sphere, in such a way that that demographic of the black population, which was considered, to be the bearers of the Swart Gevaar in the 1976, 77, or the 1977 70s movement. That particular demographic was going to be targeted. And the idea was to find institutional ways of removing them from the public sphere. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how this was actually that in the years between 1978 and 1983. In that first 5 years, cutting edge of total strategy. But in public, PW Botha was saying something else. And there's a particular reason why, in public he would have said something completely different from what, in fact, the state was doing at the time. And what he was saying, was, and whenever he got the opportunity to make any public address or address, was to deal with a total on. South Africa was entering a period of a political quiescence, following Black Wednesday. Because the overall impact of Black Wednesday is that it put an end is making all these kinds of claims. The total strategy is in fact targeted at a total. Yeah. Yeah.
And then log in again.
As you can see, the technology gremlins have got us tonight, guys. And I see lots of you guys came through for class, so thank you for coming. Obviously, these sessions are so fruitful and so insightful. I've asked him to log off and log on again. Otherwise, we'll have to reschedule. Load shedding came back yesterday, so it's back to that dodgy network that we have to struggle. Yes, Mbadli, I know. So I'm gonna ask him to start from the beginning. Don't you worry. I hope you're not struggling to hear me also. That would be such a mess. Ndate Steve,
Yeah.
this network, eh?
Are we back on?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Pardon?
Um. Oh, okay. They can hear me. We can. We can. You can. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can
Oh, Kuba type plastic William.
and then
And
I'm sending you a note.
Hanzige.
Yeah, boy. Can you hear? Can you hear us? I don't think you can hear us.
Can you? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I can hear you perfectly. And do you know that we couldn't hear you the whole time and that you have to start from the beginning?
Yes, I can.
That is Steve network e dlala ka rona wait.
No.
I see you can't hear me.
Ke network overload. It was load shedding, but we are connected right now.
Ke ditaba tsa di-load shedding di so vele.
So many people are doing everything right now before load shedding.
Okay. Oh,
And
network
akasemhle
overload
tatomkhulu.
not bad.
Everywhere.
Let's
We
see
never
if
had this
they
until Panama.
Yes.
can you hear us now?
Is it okay now?
We can hear you. The problem I think is that you can't hear us. And now we've totally lost you. Guys, we might have to reschedule this one. We seem to be struggling with alignment. Alignment, there's no alignment today. I can't believe we've been going back and forth for 45 minutes. I think we should give up. Let's press Steve again.
Yes.
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
You can.
Technology and the generations. Can you hear me? That is Steve.
Between communication. Oh, 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 oh.
This is taking my energy.
Do you want to try my mobile and
That is Steve. Ke a utlwa gale?
use
my pin.
no, we use my
Yeah, no, this guy's getting frustrated.
Yeah, we
Can't
are.
hear it at all.
Yeah, we are trying something else.
connect my phone to my phone. Connect
Okay, no
for
problem.
network. So
And load shedding is coming now.
my
Now.
personal hotspot has been made available. Also connect to my Wi-Fi. I'm oppressive.
This is what we call African timing.
Yeah, try
Everything
something else.
happens in its own time and place and space. Well, Steve, you know you look like you can hear us. Okay, let me try phone.
There it is.
All right, let me try. Call them again. Dumela.
We're trying to use another device, a different device from the one that we're using.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, the connectivity can be better.
Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. At least, okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Just
Nick, guys.
Oh,
Sure.
okay, no problem, no problem. Okay.
All right. Just
Now what's happening?
no whatever.
I don't know the audience. I don't know. Are we just gonna hang around and wait for
It
this
should be.
process? Thank you for your patience. They're just gonna change devices.
Okay.
All right. Let's try again.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Let's see.
All right, all right, all right, all right. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's coming. Guys, thank you for all your patience. Honestly, I'm so exhausted tonight. I am so totally finished. I've got zero energy, and now this thing is taking an entire hour to come together. Yo. Yeah, maybe it's you who brought your bad luck, you know? We have never struggled like this. Like it's 22 minutes into the thing. We were meant to start at 6. We started at like 1:30. It's so wild. Anyways, oh really? Okay, I'll try that next time. It's just that you can see StreamYard has got all these features and banners that I can put on and my logo and stuff. But I will research what you guys are talking about. I wish you knew how tired I am. I know. Now we're just here floating. Okay, there they are. Let's add them to the stage. Hopefully that will work now.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah.
Isham. Hi, I'm speaking.
Hi, that is Steve. Ah,
Itakuya.
that is
Kikakweni.
Steve.
This one. Everyone is doing internet. Uh,
That is
does
Steve. Can you hear
it
me?
well with
Can you hear us?
I can hear you perfectly. I've been hearing you. It's you who's not hearing me. And that's actually not a problem because you could actually give us the lesson.
Hi.
But then,
what do you
hi.
Yeah?
what do you
We're having a generational and
how
intergenerational
do you
roadblock at the moment.
It's,
mm,
man.
Can we
Sorry.
reschedule, please, guys? I'm gonna ask this man, and this man was so ready for you guys.
I
If you
was
knew
gonna
how much
say
he loves
tomorrow.
giving you these lessons, if you knew how much this man loves giving you these lessons. Let me phone him there. Rephone him on his actual phone. See, now his phone, the screen is even hanging. Okay, he's put his phone on silent.
So, do we reschedule?
Let me tell. That one always just makes me panic for what?
Next way.
I'm trying to reschedule. Hi guys, I don't know. Do you think we should reschedule or what do you think?
Hi guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, we are trying to do something, but it doesn't look like it's working either.
When do you think we can have it for?
When would you like to do it?
For when?
We can do it tomorrow, maybe.
Tomorrow, ne?
When do you think we can have it for?
That's
Maybe
fine
tomorrow.
with me. What time do you want to do it tomorrow?
Know how long this thing is going to last, the load shedding. So we might as well have
We
it
are
at
not
6.
sure how long this thing is
Okay.
going to last, the load shedding. So we might as well have it at
The traffic, well, that's why we can reschedule.
Oh.
At least 2 hours.
Okay, no problem. Okay, then that means we will see each
3
other
hours
tomorrow at
before
6
the
p.m.
Let's try that. Yeah.
Okay, because we've been trying for the past hour.
But were people actually waiting?
Yes, people are waiting, and I'm just gonna tell them that we'll meet again tomorrow.
Yeah,
at
let's
6.
let's try that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, I will definitely apologize on your behalf. Okay, thank you, Dr. Steve.
But were people actually
Yes, tomorrow 6
waiting?
p.m. and people were definitely here waiting.
Okay.
People are waiting. Thank you. Okay, Sham, Dr. Steve. So we'll do this tomorrow at 6, ne, guys?
Hey,
When the network is better. Yeah, I know you love your history classes, guys. And thanks for coming through. We'll try this again tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely evening, my darlings.